I got the keys, got the whip, registration and the slip, cops steady trying to shred, but I keep on riding, cause I'm so legit, I got the keys, got the whip, registration and the slip, cops steady trying to shred, but I keep on riding, cause I'm so legit, I'm the pusher of the paper, you bitches is out back, no perpetrating on prediction, cause fiction is just that. I don't take no handouts, bitch, I hold my own. Everything that I've built's been with brick or with stone. All alone to risk that, all I can, but my fam kick shit like Van Damme and stay on track and Trans Am. If you slipping on the traction, get a grip or get left. You can feel the reaction through tectonics as I step to the ground. My sound breaks the concrete, cracks your skull wide open, then it puts you to sleep. MCs is on your seat, that's right, it's Big Zome. And if you catch me with a smile, you know I'm not alone tonight. Rolling through the streets, it's just me with a companion in my bottle. Got a blunt and that's three, so ask around. Bet the cops are steady tripping, but I still give a fuck. I stay riding and dipping. I got the keys, got the whip, registration and the slip, cops steady trying to shred, but I keep on riding, cause I'm so legit, I got the keys, got the whip, registration and the slip, cops steady trying to shred, but I keep on riding, cause I'm so legit,
Finna slide, finna flip, swing in the whip, feeling super stunning, and I'm bumping on the bus. Smoke flying out the window, got a half crack, speakers banging loud from the beats hitting in the back. You can see the local gangbangers doing sign language sets up. Me, I'm from the dubs on the west up. It's all good, keep it pushing, steady, drive slow, wanna race down south, gotta keep it slow-mo. Today a CEO, it's nothing, see me shining, boy. I ain't up in the group, but I'm gleaming like a diamond, boy. The lost eyes when they follow, but I'm cold for license, insurance, registration, but I'm gon' show. Sitting, waiting, post, came back, apologizing. Put the stab back and drive back to dirty ride. Justify with the blunt that we had to stash. Wind up with the sub lane and then let the music
I got the keys, got the whip, registration and the slip, cops steady trying to drill, riding so legit. I got the keys, got the whip, registration and the slip, cops steady trying to drill, riding so legit.
Yeah, yo, I never claimed the road so low they couldn't see me. No cops to put down, no navigation to lead me. Just a couple of family whips, they think that I'm ballin'. No rip, but roll so slow, you swear that I'm crawling. Got the X with the tinted frames, 4x4. Mountain ranges, no problems, put the gas to the floor. Took the city, you can have it back, no I'm not bragging. Hit the show on the road, 3 deep in the Dodge Magnum. Case of I learned a while back. Work hard to get mine, try to battle that. Confidence in my swagger, no it's not me. Old school maybe, still you couldn't handle my steam. Lifted up, came up, held close to my seats. Exhale through the smoke, forms reflection of me. Smoking up my life, watch the flames relate. So much weight, so legit, even the cops couldn't fuck
I
with
got
it.
the keys, got the whip, registration and the slip, cops steady trying to shred, but I keep on riding, cause I'm so legit, I got the keys, got the whip, registration and the slip, cops steady trying to shred, but I keep on riding, cause I'm so legit, I got the keys, got the whip, registration and the slip, cops steady trying to shred, but I keep on riding, cause I'm so legit.
Or throwing gang signs?
No, that was me playing that bass line.
Oh, okay. Slap at the bass, man.
Not slapping, just
slap at the bass, man. You ever watch the fucking, what's it called?
40-Year-Old Virgin or some shit?
No, but
Paul
fucking
Dead, as I like to call him. Paul Dead.
That's a funny movie, but come on. What's the movie called though? I Love You, Man.
Yeah, I do too. But what's the movie called?
All right. That's a fantastic
We're starting
movie.
hot today. Here we go. That's right, Joe.
Yeah. Hell yeah. Well, we appreciate y'all tuning in the motherfucking Lone Ranger versus Tonto up in this hoe. My fault. This was Zome. He got lost or something, and he, I don't know. We had to go catch him. He was on the corner of 16th Street and 16th Street. And
That's a part of Aurora you don't know about. You don't want to.
but he's here now. Now, for what it's worth, I think he was the first one here, but he might have been here before Steve.
No, I did beat him here. But now this is 2 in a row where me and the guest hang out for a good half hour before y'all get here.
I was working on it, but sometimes you get a little caught up, you know?
Yeah. We had some technical difficulties.
Oh, yeah.
Appreciate y'all jumping on and waiting for us because we know that. I know some of y'all were waiting. I know my mom was out there. Like, where are y'all at?
Shout out to my girlfriend Jen for saving the night for us.
True.
Going and grabbing a part for us and delivering it. What a gem.
What a Jen.
What a Jen.
Yeah.
Anyways, y'all might notice to my left, we got a special guest in for the evening. He's probably the ugliest dude I've ever met, but he's got a really kind soul, you know what I mean? So he's pretty where it matters.
Yeah.
It's my brother. It's Big Zome. Zome, say something real quick.
Peace, everybody. It's good to be here.
Oh, yeah.
Thanks for having me.
Oh, yeah. Could we get a little more on Zome's mic?
Yeah.
Go ahead and say something else real quick, Zome. Make sure that...
I am a mumbler.
No,
Good
there we
mumble.
go. That'll do it. So am I.
Yeah. Earlier, Zome handed the phone or was talking to the Victor Romero and goes, "Here, talk to the ugly one now."
Yeah. I did do that joke.
In the chat, tell us who's uglier, Josh or Justin. Josh, aka Zome, or Justin, aka Jake Class, aka Dialect.
Oh, yeah. Zome likes to call me diarrhea-lect.
I forgot about that. That's
a good one.
I do call you Dialect, though. I know you changed your name, but I never changed it.
That's okay. I only changed it because the other dude in New York, who also spelled it the same way, and then there was some other goofy kid who spelled this, and it was just like, I just wanted to be different. And J Class, which I had already gone by as like an alias, was not taken. Still is not. I'm the only one on that I ever see when I Google J Class.
That's like Zomer's KHT. That's why I use that. Nobody else has it.
Oh, yeah, because there's that fucking weird old band in Sweden or something.
Yeah, he's like mixing with my music, but they're also hip hop, so I just kind of left it alone. I was like, listen on in.
Oh, yeah, they speak whatever they speak in fucking Hungary, but...
Yeah, we don't know where they're from.
What language?
Definitely from a country that doesn't exist anymore, though.
Hungary don't exist no more?
Come on, bro.
For real? What is it now?
Turkey.
Oh, shout out to Turkey. What do they speak in Turkey?
Turkish.
Did they speak Turkish when it was Hungarian?
Actually, I think they speak a bunch of different, like, Arabic languages.
Yeah, let's say East Europe.
Yeah.
Thank God Steven's here to clear that up.
Yeah, you know, I'm a fucking walking encyclopedia. You want to talk about this beer? Because I'm ready to fucking talk about this beer.
Hey, Steven, what happened January 6th?
What happened on January 6th?
Where were you?
Where were you?
What year?
You know the fucking year.
I don't even... Where was I? I was in my room when that shit was happening in Lakewood. I remember
in your
that.
room? You remember?
Yeah, because I was like, holy shit. These motherfuckers are really doing it. Had to get on some live coverage. I was watching live when that fucking lady got popped.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I was like, what the fuck?
R.I.P. that lady.
Yeah, that was... I mean... That's a
security.
classic fuck around and find out kind of situation.
No doubt. Remember that shit or no?
No, I don't know what you guys are talking about.
On January 6th, when they stormed the Capitol, and then they were inside. There was a big old group. They tried to break through this door, and this fool shot back, and homegirl didn't make it. R.I.P. I think.
Well,
Yeah.
don't do that.
Yeah, it's probably not a good idea.
Don't storm the Capitol. Yeah, it's probably good.
Yeah,
good
Don't
call.
do that. Yeah.
I mean,
So.
you play with snakes, you get bit. I'm talking about. Yeah, Joe said can't handle this with a
Yeah.
KHT. What up?
KHT.
Is anybody else rep KHT or is that just you? I know that you guys did back in the day, like 8th grade or
No.
something.
What is
No.
What is this? I don't even know what this is. What are you talking about?
KHT was so one of my best homies back in the day was Ruckus.
Okay.
And who we call Clever, but now he calls himself Manifest. So he's more known as Manifest. But that was like our little crew back in the day. Now, granted, we changed the crew's name for like 10 times. But when I originally made my emails and all that, it was KHT. So nobody ever had that again. So I just stayed with it. But
Hell yeah.
can't handle this.
Oh yeah, that's the way you stay ahead of the algorithm before algorithms exist.
Yeah. There's no other Zomes, just that one dude. Somebody tagged it one time too, but
And there's no more Zome apparently. That there's no more Hungary, so I think he's gone with it.
nah.
They went at the same time.
Goodbye, Ottoman Empire. Goodbye, Zome's music.
Oh man.
Are you sure Hungary's not a fucking country anymore? Oh my god! I feel like you're lying to me.
I might be. I might just be fucking with you because I'm hungry.
Oh man, that shit's wild. All right, well, I guess before we get into the beer section, then, since Steven wants to jump right in, right now it's 8/21. What day is it? April 24th, 2024. It's a palindrome day.
Oh,
Bless you.
sure is.
424 is the same thing as 424.
424.
2024?
24 is not the
424,
same
24.
backwards.
Yeah. Yeah. It is.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's 424, 24. Yeah. Just a bunch of 424, 242s and shit.
4 twos and shit.
The fucking 420 was a palindrome this year too.
Yeah.
420 2024 is the same backwards as forward. That's fun. Anyways,
So it's the word
That's what
race
it's like
car.
And
That's my
Taco
favorite.
Cat.
That's my favorite palindrome.
oh yeah, race car.
What about Taco Cat?
Taco Cat's a good one too.
Yeah.
That's the only one I know.
Eric,
Run
bring
nurse.
a bottle opener.
Run nurse.
He's got a letter.
If somebody has a lighter, I'd appreciate it. You have my lighter, actually. Give me my lighter.
You could use that first.
All right.
Yeah, legally you have to give it back now. It was yours for a while, but
Yeah.
No, he only got it with the intent to give it back because he actually stole my lighter last time.
Pocketed is the word we would use. In any case, it's April 24th, 2024. My name is Justin. To my far left, your far right, that's going to be Steven.
Oh, hey there.
Sitting in the middle, special guest, my brother, Joshua Zome Romero.
Peace, everybody.
Yeah. And straight ahead of us, producing always, Eric. All right, no camera on Eric today. We're lucky we got a camera on ourselves. And it's the Lone Ranger versus Tonto up in this motherfucker.
Hey,
Now I'm talking about
here was Zome.
Yeah.
Big Zome.
Big Zome.
Zomer.
Big Zome.
Zomerooski.
Big Zome again.
Yeah, he's here in the flesh.
Yeah.
It's been a long time coming to have you on the podcast, and we're happy to have you here. Thanks for coming through, man.
Hell yeah.
The 60th episode?
This is the 60th episode.
Episode 60.
That's a good round number. I like that.
Yeah.
Number 60.
Yeah.
It worked out well.
Yeah.
Multiple of 12, great number. Any number that's a multiple of 12 is a good number.
What up, Olage? The homies are on.
Oh yeah, hell yeah. Well, what's up, guys? Spencer, what do you got for us on beer rounds today?
Oh, so we got a little pre-beer, and this is just the one to hang out with a little bit, maybe play some Pronto con Tonto with it. This is some Pilsner or Kel. Y'all know what a Pilsner is? I'm sure you're
I thought
familiar.
you got an IPA.
Oh, that's the serious beer. This one is just for sipping.
Like Stefan or Cal?
Okay, yeah. Tell us about this Urkel.
Oh,
I don't know.
we've actually had this on the podcast back in episode like negative 12 or something like that before I think they got released. But this is the original Pilsner beer. And
Original Pilsner beer.
so if you like Pilsners like Miller Lite, this is like what all that shit is based off of. And it's delicious.
Okay.
It's so good.
Where's it from?
Fucking Belgium or Germany, I think. I don't know.
Hungary?
Hungary.
This is yeah, it's you're right. It's from Hungary.
Get the hell
Get the fuck out of here. Oh, that would have been fun. I don't know.
I don't know where it's from. I can't find it. It's all imported. let's see, is either Germany, Czech Republic. That's where yes. Yeah.
Another new country.
In the place called Pilsen, Plzen, with a little thing on it. Pilsen, Czech Republic. It is the original one, and it's fucking awesome. And they've been making this beer the same way for, I don't know, do they got a date on this shit too of when they started? Because 1842, they've been making this same beer like this, consistently distributing it across the world, more recently, but legendary beer, and it stands up to that, that intro. I think if you want to know what a Pilsner should taste like, this is a good place to go, and it's delicious. Like if you just like light beer, it's awesome.
All right, well, crack me one. Let me see what that's like.
Well, you got some right there. Great packaging. I fucking love this beer, and it's easy to drink. It's 4.4% alcohol, so it's like real easy to just sip on and have a couple.
All right. Here we go. So you said this is this is Stefan Urkel?
Stefan Urkel. Yeah. Family Matters.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I remember on Family Matters when Steve puts himself in that fucking
machine
that makes him Stefan.
I think in one of the songs I put on the playlist recently, there references that, saying think of you, Stefan.
All right, that's cool, I guess.
Yeah,
I wouldn't go flipper.
You like it?
It's
right.
cool.
It doesn't blow your hair back, but it's just a good drinking beer.
It's not as good as that chocolate one you just gave me.
Really?
Yeah.
You like the chocolate raspberry brown ale from Second Dawn more than you like
I
Pilsner
like the
Ale.
taste of it better.
What else do you consider in your beer preferences?
For a light beer?
For any beer?
For any light beer to me is similar. This does have better taste for a light beer though.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I got to agree that,
But you like a little bit more going on than just your straight up Pilsner. You like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Eric's getting jealous over there. What the fuck? What's this shit taste like?
I want to talk shit about it too.
And y'all have had it. Like I said,
No, I like
we've had
it.
this.
I do
on
like
the
it.
podcast.
It's definitely better than a Bud Light or anything like that. What's funny is that's
Low bar.
All I used to drink is Bud Light and all that because the family.
The Bud Light.
And when I met Cindy, she was like, "Oh, try these IPAs," and I was like, "Ew, yuck." Ew, yucky. Nah, I love them. I love that shit.
Okay, we got one on deck. We got pale ale on deck, but I think it'll drink like you would feel like an IPA would drink. And it's from some folks in Denver that I think do some really great beer called Our Mutual Friend. Does really good stuff, and they're in the Rhino District and have been for a long time.
And it's called Our Mutual Friend.
OMF is what you see them more branded as, but it stands for Our Mutual Friend because they're all about connecting with other local businesses and growers and farmers and trying to do as much as they can in Colorado from all Colorado source stuff. But that's really hard to do in Colorado because there's two really big competitors here that will buy up literally hops and hops are contracted out years ahead of time. So Coors owns 95% of the hops that will grow in the next 10 years in the state of Colorado for that Colorado native beer. If you've ever had that kind of light ale, but because that thing is all Colorado ingredients, they just fucking buy out all the hops in Colorado. So anybody who's trying to do something similar like that, like OMF, it's really tough on them because trying to get those contracts that are 5 years, 6 years out of buying these harvests, it's really tough to do if you're trying to get this local product. And so eventually they did have to grow a little bit outside of just this, but they've kept that Our Mutual Friend kind of shit alive of working with other businesses. But I remember when Rhino was still pretty rough Rhino and they were just starting to gentrify that shit out. They were there and doing crazy shit, throwing fucking, grains in dryers and shit to get extra roast and stuff on it instead of just using the stuff from the factories and the big maltsters around the country or here in Colorado. They would get stuff from Colorado and then even roast it even more on their own in fucking dryers, which is shit home brewers do, where you throw a bunch of grain in a fucking pillowcase and hit it in the dryer for a while.
If you told me that a brewing company was called OMF, I would assume that it stood for Oh My Fuck.
Oh my fuck, not. Yeah.
Yeah.
Not
Oh my
something
fuck.
motherfucker though. OMF. I've always thought MF makes,
Yeah.
Oh motherfucker.
Yeah. That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, I thought. Well, I guess OMG, OMF, but I see where MF would take over.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
But yeah.
Oh my fuck! Oh, that's not this one.
Well, I think now I don't have my notes. Do you have your notes? Mm-hmm. Because I think we have a game to play.
Oh yeah, hold on, let me go get them.
Oh man.
Oh, we're going to get our notes. I could have just.
This beer tastes like a diet Modelo Negra.
Yeah, I like that. It doesn't have quite the chocolatiness, but it kind of comes through with all the like almost skunkiness that makes it delicious.
Yep.
Right. Like that's what it's all about. It's just
A little salt on here and it'll be perfect.
fucking Eric. Un limon.
No, just salt.
Just salt.
Just salt. Let it fizz up a little.
Yeah. He says your beer is unseasoned, my guy. Bringing this unseasoned ass beer over here, guys.
You know where they grow the malt? Like around here? The malt?
I have no idea where they. I'm guessing it's probably in the plains.
Okay.
You know,
I'm wondering if like, because you know how like air quality affects it. If like 420, like that specific batch around there, like has a specific like tang to it.
like terroir. I think is the word you're looking for, technically. But I don't really expect any of you guys to know what I mean by terroir.
Terroir?
Yeah,
No, but it's a funny word.
it is a
not
funny
racist.
word.
I'm offended by that.
But it is. I'll tell y'all what terroir means. It's
Hey, we can say that.
Fucking bleep him out every time he says terroir.
only me though.
Only him. Everybody else is cool, but
Everybody hop on Twitter and cancel this man.
Oh shit! Not my Cool as a Pepino account getting canceled.
dude, what a fucking name. Perfect.
It is a good name. I should use Twitter X more. But
Oh yeah.
yeah. So are you gonna play some?
All right, hell yeah. So we about
con Tonto?
to. So we introduced this in the last episode with Spoke, and I think it was just a fun idea. So I think we decided to do it more often, especially with guests, and especially exclusively with guests. And so we're gonna play a game. It's inspired by the Drink Champs podcast, by the game from Nori and DJ EFN. They do Quick Time with Slime.
That's what it's called. Man, I could not remember. I thought it was like Slick with Slime, Spit with Slime.
Quick Time
all
with
I could remember
Slime.
was Slime.
That's like one of my favorite things that they do.
And we're
Yeah.
about to play, baby.
Well, we're about to play it, but our version, of course, we had to name it our own, and it's Pronto con Tonto.
Hold on. I think we got an intro song for that. Let me see if it works.
Let's see.
Oh, it's not working.
Oh, what was the intro song?
Dun, 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 dun,
Yeah.
Oh man.
Okay,
All right,
let's start
so-
with some easy ones. Let's start with some easy ones.
So anybody who doesn't know already, doesn't watch Drink Champs, or didn't see the last episode, the rules are simple. You get a this or a that, a this versus this, and if you choose one, no one drinks. If you choose both or neither, we all take a sip.
So you guys are sipping with me.
Yep.
Yeah, we're all
Only
taking this.
only when you can't decide or you can't choose.
All right, I got it.
Let's see this intro.
Oh, we got it. We're coming in hot.
Coming in hot.
No, I lied. Give me 30 seconds.
Oh man, all right. So
Hold on. Oh, no, we got it, and we're back. And we're not back. 30 more seconds. Hold on. The future's dumb.
Truer words, baby.
well, like,
Truer
they
words.
just add features
Monitor
to stuff,
off. Okay,
and
there we
then
go.
Half
we go
baked
here.
features. Okay.
Oh my god, this is amazing.
This is the best.
Fuck yeah.
It's a full
That was
song,
the
but
best-
yeah, I just
That was awesome.
Nope, that was the best thing that's ever happened to this show. Fucking A. Oh, fun. Now let's
Move
play
over, P-Docs.
Pronto con Tonto. We'll start off with some easy ones first. See, it's just to get them going, to get you guys
Warm them up a little bit with just some coolers, just some easy stuff.
Oh yeah, let's start with which one actually should be an easy one to start with.
Give me the pad. All that.
Let's go. All right, easy one real quick, because this is real specific, because he's my brother, so I know this one's gonna be a fun one. Red Robin Ranch, or Wendy's chili sauce, the OG chili sauce.
That's a super fat boy question.
I don't know about Fat Boy, but I know that those are two staples.
We're talking about the original recipe chili
Yeah.
sauce?
Yeah.
The original recipe chili sauce.
Okay.
Wendy's chili sauce all day.
Got it. Lowriders,
you
6'4" Impala.
You remember when I freaking Facebook Wendy's and I tagged everybody in? I was like, bring back the old chili sauce.
Oh yeah. All right, so
Tell me again.
Lowrider, 64 Impala, or a 79 Monte Carlo?
A Monte.
Yeah.
So sure.
That's my answer too.
Yeah. Because 64 is dope, but like, just like everything else, everybody has one.
Oh yeah. Let's go movies. Half Baked or How High?
I cannot choose one, right? I don't want to choose one on that. Those are all. Those are all good ones. We just
There we
watched
go.
How High on Saturday for some reason, for a holiday.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
Let's run another
Snoop Dogg's
movie.
birthday.
Huh?
Snoop Dogg's birthday.
Word.
Let's run another movie. All About the Benjamins or Set It Off?
Oh, all about the Benjamins.
For real? Oh man.
Ooh.
Compared to Set It Up, no.
I thought that was a
offense
harder
against-
one.
Yeah, probably people won't like that one, but All About the Benjamins is dope.
I mean, it is dope. It's very funny, but
Yeah.
Queen Latifah goes out in a legendary, epic scene. What? I thought that was
yeah.
gonna get you a little harder.
No.
All right, let's see. Let's pump it up a little bit. Big Crit or Nipsey Hussle? R.I.P. Nipsey.
I'm not going to choose because it's Nipsey, right? But, you know, Big Crit is the man.
Here's the Nipsey.
Yeah.
Look at chat. Real quick.
Yeah. Sorry, Joe.
Set It Off. Of course,
Ryan
Joe loves Set It
Hackenberg
Off.
says Nipsey.
Hey, you know, All About the Benjamins, too, has all his, like, best jokes. Freaking Epps.
Oh,
What's
yeah.
the one he goes, you don't have dreams, you have movies.
I think when you salute, you do like this. Yes, sir. Oh, man, it's fun stuff. All right, Too Short or Sugar Free?
Ooh.
Oh,
Too Oakland.
sugar free?
What?
Yeah.
I figured you'd say
I
that.
ain't finna break man fingernail. Oh, yeah. shout out to my wife. That's
Oh, yeah. Speaking of your wife,
Cindy
Cindy.
talk
Cindy
about
anthem.
all day.
speaking of your wife, Cindy or Barbara?
Oh, bro, come on.
I wrote that one.
Dick. Yeah, I'm not choosing that. What the fuck? Oh, man.
All right. Zay or Dialect?
Who's dialect?
Man, this is fucked up.
We didn't expect that
Let's sip.
response.
Let's sip there.
All right.
Of course I got to sip. How am I going to choose that? That's funny.
Outkast or Wu-Tang?
Ooh. This is a good one. And Justin was sure on your answer, too, when we wrote this.
Really?
Yeah.
That's a hard one. I love Wu-Tang so much.
I understand.
I love Wu-Tang so much.
But what about Outkast?
They are the best hip-hop group ever. I mean, if you ask me.
I agree.
I mean, I don't know.
So what do you choose?
I'm choosing Outkast.
You're choosing Outkast.
Fucking told you.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I can't believe you did Wu-Tang like that, but okay.
I mean, I love Wu-Tang.
I do too.
We
I
got,
do too.
in case y'all haven't
You
heard
must
the
not love
story.
them as much as I do.
Yeah, I got my whole family lost in Staten Island in the 90s when we just had MapQuest and shit.
Oh, man.
What?
Yeah, I was in the 2000s maybe or some shit like that.
2 or 3 months before 9/11.
Yeah.
What happened?
Yeah, like there was no GPS. We didn't have no iPhone.
What happened though?
Well, I
What
don't
were you
know.
doing?
I think I accidentally, we had just got
What was the
internet.
mission though? Like, what were you trying to do?
Josh is like 16 or 17 at this point, just to add some context.
So this is
Yeah.
like 1996.
I had a
2000,
little part-time
2001,
job.
2000. Okay.
2001.
Yeah, I had a little part-time job. I saved up in my time. That was like the most money I ever had, like $300 and something, right? And I was like, my mom was like, we're going to go to New York and we're going to stay there for so many days. There's so many things to see. Everybody can choose 2 things that they want to see, 2 days. And I'm like, I don't give a shit about none of that. Somebody else can have my other day. I just want to go to the Wu-Tang store. I want to go to
The
Wu-Tang
Wu-Wear store, yeah.
Yeah.
Woo-wear store.
And she was like, all right, well, cool. Find the address and we're good. So I didn't even think about that shit. I just looked up the address online and it must have been like the registered agent or something, but it gave me some Taft Street. You know what I mean? I remember it was Taft Street. And I remember, we were in Manhattan, so we caught the subway to the ferry, to the bus station, and when we finally
Y'all
got
took
there,
a tour.
yeah, so I had an address for Taft Street or whatever it was, and I remember it was written down. I had it printed out, and again
On the
we're talking
MapQuest.
MapQuest,
Yeah.
right?
Print out the fucking instructions.
Yeah, so we're like, how do we get to this address? And the lady was like, just go to the bus station, tell the people you want to go to that address, and they'll tell you what bus to get on. And we're like, all right. And I remember when we got to the lady with the bus, the bus station, we're like, hey, I want to go to such and such Taft Street. She was like, you want to go to Taft Street? Yeah, I'm going to go on to such and like 15, whatever.
This is what the MapQuest says, ma'am. Like, and she looks at it like, that's what the MapQuest says.
She was like, all right, get on this one and go on this one. And I remember we got off on Taft Street, like we weren't even paying attention. I think my mom had like pink shorts on. My dad had yellow shorts. We were carrying like a camcorder. And we're sitting there in Staten Island, and like there was fools looking at us like, man,
we're in the hood.
Like
did y'all make it to the Woo Wear store?
Oh yeah.
Yes. We got on the bus. There. We rode the bus around the whole fucking island, and then my dad, of all people, you know.
Hey, is that it?
He talks to everybody. Everybody's his friend. So he starts making friends with the bus driver about New York and Denver. Everybody thought we were Puerto Rican. They didn't know what a Mexican was. They're like, a Mexican? They didn't know what that shit was, but no. And so the dude was like, oh yeah, we know the Wu-Tang because it's Staten Island at that point, right? So he just came on the bus. He was like, hey, we got a couple people from Denver over here want to see Staten Island. And yeah.
And they pointed us in the right way. Some person helped us out.
Yeah. The dude that we were kind of like tripping on, he had like a 40 in a little bag and stuff. He walked us to the Wu-Tang store.
Oh yeah. Shout out to the 40 in the bag on me.
Yeah.
All right.
It was a good time. Wu-Tang is dope, but Outkast is the best.
And
long story short.
And then when we got there, homeboy was like so amazed at our story that we had got lost on the fucking Staten Island in the hood and all these motherfuckers. Because of course my dad, I'm sure, told him because the dude makes friends with everybody.
Yep.
And this dude was like, for real, like y'all went through all that to come to the store. So he started throwing us all kinds of free shit. He gave us the Wu-Tang PlayStation game.
What?
Hell yeah.
Heck yeah.
He was throwing all the bunch of stuff in there, dude. And that was that PlayStation game. It was just like Mortal Kombat. It was,
yeah. And then I just remember that they all had whatever their fucking nicknames were their like special moves. So it was like Raekwon was the chef.
Yeah.
Fucking
ODB
Method Man was the Iron Lung.
Yeah.
ODB was the drunken master.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
it was tight as fuck.
So good.
Shout out to the motherfucking Woo Wear store.
For sure.
Yeah. Well, let's see if we can't pump this up just a little bit real quick. Alexis LS 430.
I like this question.
Or an Acura Integra.
Not his two favorite cars.
Oh man.
Do you remember that white Integra you had? Wasn't it white?
It was
Did you have like
It's
a
like blue
four-door?
or black.
No, I had a Lexus SC 400. A V8. It was a V8. Ooh. Yeah, and then I had the ES3, which is basically like a Camry. And then I had my LS, and then I did have my Acura. My Acura was the only car I ever cried about.
I remember.
Yeah, when I sold that car, I remember my dad was like, it's just a car. It's just a car. And I remember selling him, giving them keys like, oh, man, no.
My baby.
He put a lot of work into that car. He fucked it up a gang of times, but he put a lot of work back into it.
Me and that car, we used to process server in that car. It was like a little go-kart, man.
Used to do what?
Process serving legal paperwork.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah, I had 2 jobs. But
Yeah,
that thing would take me everywhere. But my choice is the Yakuza.
Bet.
Yeah, the LS 430.
Oh yeah. Shout out to the LS 430. All right, let's run one. Let's get a little local as far as local hip hop's concerned, real quick. Obvious or Main Rock?
That's not nice.
This game isn't supposed to be nice.
It's supposed to be a drinking game.
Yeah. You know, I love both them dudes. You know, I've known David for a long time, Obvious. You know, and at one time we were very, very good friends. So peace to him. But Main Rock, he's my dude still to this day.
Officiated your wedding.
Yeah.
He did.
Reverend Main Rock. And man, I don't know.
Rock.
Like what he wrote for me and Cindy, I mean, he put his whole heart and soul in that. Like I'll be indebted to that fool forever. That's my dog.
Hell yeah.
Main Rock is my dog.
Shout out to Main Rock.
Shout out to Main.
Oh, it looked like Javi B says, remember I drove you one day, LOL. What's he talking about?
I don't know. He drove me somewhere.
All right.
Thank you, Javi. You're the best.
Let's run this then. Javi B, or Denko?
Ooh.
Oh, bro, I mean,
Shout out to Javi.
you know,
He said when we served that food.
damn, that's right. I forgot he helped me. We were just down the block or something. I was like, hey, I gotta serve this food. I was like, videotape it for me because he's being a pain in the ass. Yeah, he came and I'm pretty sure he videotaped it. Hey, I got that one though.
Oh yeah.
Break me off my money.
All right.
No, that's a drinker all day.
All right.
All right.
Shout out
Yeah.
to DJ Javi B and
Freaking,
DJ Denko, who has DJ'd for the Diamond Boys in the past.
I mean, Javi's DJs for, for days with us. That's my
Yep.
dude.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. What about Midwest T or Luke Sky?
Midwest here, Luke Sky. No, I can't choose that.
We were going through your catalog and pairing up the
Catch
cats
that.
that have done songs with Zome. So if you've never listened to Zome's catalog,
Yeah, listen to that,
hop on to YouTube. Siege or Enemy?
bro. Let's go name all the homies. We're gonna be drinking all night. Let's drink all night. Fuck it. I got a new song. It's all about my dogs. That's everybody.
That
You got a new song?
Last one for local hip hop.
All right. All right.
Producer,
Okay.
800 The Jewel or S9?
Damn. God damn.
Yeah, you mentioned 800 earlier, and I was like, "Oh, we're gonna get him."
Damn.
That's the first thing I thought of too. He's like, I'm not a beer.
Nah, you know what's crazy too is I was just thinking about this shit. S9, people can say what they want or whatever, but that dude, he's always treated me well. He's got really dope beats. He's clean. But 800, he gave me a whole bunch of beats the other day. He invited me to his studio, and thank God Cindy's cool. Fuck. It's like 1 o'clock in the morning, dude. We were just listening to beats after beats after beats
That's
after
fun.
beats.
Hey, let me show you this one.
Yeah,
Hey, let me show you.
he
one.
gave me like 6 beats.
Yep.
And the beats that he's been making lately are so crisp and so
I
clean.
liked what you showed me, man. That
and
was
I was
really good.
Yeah, I was literally thinking I haven't heard beats this crisp and clean other than the one S9 game.
Uh-huh.
So peace to both of them fools.
Peace to both of them fools. All right, we got one more in local.
How about
This one, hold on. This one comes from
Yeah, that's what I'm about to
from the
do.
homie Chris, the architect. Go ahead, Steve.
we got Manifest or Ruckus?
Chris, you know damn well you're making me drink on that one.
those are Chris's brothers, by the way. Shout out to
Hey, tell Ruckus I said what's up, fool.
shout out to the Dominguez brothers. Hell yeah.
There it is. There it is.
All right. We got a couple more, but I guess none of them were as fun as those ones. Did we have a last one?
We had an album one.
Oh yeah, let's run the actually let's run 2 more real quick.
Okay.
Devin the Dude or Warren G?
That's a good one.
I love Devin the Dude, but Warren G was the first album I ever bought. How could I betray that?
Yeah.
Shout out.
There. That is a good good line to draw in the sand.
Oh, yeah.
You know.
All right, bet. And then album wise, Me Against the World or Wu-Tang Is Forever?
Man, that's fucked up that you guys made me not choose Wu-Tang both times. But Me Against the World, Me Against the World is the best album
did
Pac
put-
ever made. Like, even speaking of Main Rock, you know how that dude's how hard it is to impress him. He was like, I'm gonna finally give Tupac a listen. I was like, Me Against the World. Listen to that one. Me Against the World is the one. I think, isn't that the one that has Lord Knows?
Yeah, I think so.
If I'm not mistaken. But
Walking through the cemetery, talking to the dirt.
dude, that song definitely. I remember I didn't even like Pac before. You know what I mean? I was always about Biggie and Biggie, but I mean, like, you go through some hard times. That feels like Pac is talking directly to you. So that's why I think Pac is the dope.
Hell yeah. Fun last one. We'll end with this one. And this one comes from Ryan Hackenberg. Shout out to homie Ryan. EOS CCA, which was a call center we all worked at, or process serving?
Oh, EOS all day. CCA. Hey, you remember we had that, we had this, oh man, it was so crazy. We had this, a Christmas party, and EOS had that one side where it was all the other collectors. And then they had the DOE side, and I remember everybody. It was just so funny. We were all faded. We were at the bar. We were like DOE, DOE.
Oh, I remember going to the dam.
It was one of my
remember
favorite.
the dam with the fucking Long Island drinks that were cheap as fuck, and everybody would go there, and I'd sometimes roll down there and fucking say hello.
Man, we were wilding in there, and there was, I mean,
always, and it was dead. There was no one else in there, and these motherfuckers would be going nuts after like 3 Long Islands. It cost like $4 each. Just getting lit.
Tony Brown, man, I miss Tony
Brown.
Yeah,
yeah. Shout out to Tony Brown.
Yeah.
Somebody tag Tony Brown in the comments or something, and let him know that we're thinking of him. Tag him in the comments. Somebody do that for us.
Hell yeah.
He's around. I know he's somewhere.
He's always doing stuff.
$3 Strong Islands. That's right, the Strong Islands.
Yeah.
Yikes, Bikes. Have we gotten into some situations in that place? The Dam. What a name for a fucking bar.
Oh, yeah,
in
the Dam Grill.
BTC. It was a
Still
place
there too.
Is it? Is it?
I took Cindy over there. I tried to tell her.
Tell her about the times.
You don't know about all the things.
What used to happen here? We used to huddle under one cigarette, like outdoor heater, and all smoke prime times together and drink fucking I mean, for those of you who don't know, Long Island is what, 5 shots of liquor with like a splash of Coke, and they didn't even really do the splash of Coke. They were like, it was like a spit of Coke. They're like,
it's a freaking headache in a cup.
Oh, it was terrible.
Yeah.
Terrible. I learned after the first time, you don't go there and have more than 2. You leave after 2 or switch to beer because fucking nay. That was like right when I was, was that when my son was born? No, I think I was just teaching at that point.
Yeah.
Just teaching and college stuff.
That was a while ago.
That was
2010.
Yeah. That was when I had the Acura. I remember one time I went to EOS and they had that top of the parking lot, and Ben Ribeiro, man, I miss that dude. I wish I could reach out to him too. He was our boss. But I remember one time I had the Acura and I hit the emergency brake and I was drifting around the top and I was like drifted into my parking spot. He was pissed. He was pissed. You keep doing that, I'm going to fire you.
I dream about him all the time.
I don't know if you can do that, but
I dream about that all the time in my nightmares.
For real?
Yeah, I have the nightmares that I work at CCA again, and I'm like, I'm late, and I'm at my desk, and I'm not making no calls, and I'm worried about my call log, and then at some point in the middle of it, Ben is about to start tripping on me, and then at some point I'm like, I don't need this job. Like, I got money from another job already. Like, I could just go. I don't even know what I'm doing here, but I won't leave. Like, it's, it's like my version of the fucking late for school fucking dream.
It's like on Bill and Ted's Adventure when all the things are hitting him.
Yeah.
You're getting chased by Ben Ribeiro in your personal hell.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fucked up.
I know.
Ben was actually a nice guy.
Yeah, no, he wasn't bad. He was good.
He was just doing his job, wearing that same suit every day.
Isn't that what we all do?
Yeah. And I had to wear a tie.
Oh, yeah. Well,
Fucking
today you get to wear a
fancy.
shirt.
I know.
How about that? Well, check this out. Look.
With Ben Davis.
We started this in the last podcast as well. We had a gift for our guest today.
Yeah, check that out, my friend. I think you're going to like it.
I thought I was the one that was supposed to bring the gift.
And,
No, sir. Not on LRVT, buddy.
Oh.
And we went ahead and customized a shirt for the episode. And we'll figure out how to give one away for free. Shout out to Humility Labs for sponsoring.
The Zome Ranger. I like it. That
Hell
shit
yeah.
is tight. Oh my God, it's me. I love that shit.
Oh, pull it out so we can see that.
yeah,
bad boy.
Pull that out.
That is hilarious. I can't wait to wear that. Oh my God. It really is me.
It's you,
yeah.
man. It's you. Customize the hat and everything.
So there are only 5 in existence right now. There's only 4, and you could be the 5th. We'll decide how to give away one by the end of the episode. So stay tuned to the end if you'd like a chance at winning one of 5.
Custom guest LRVT shirts.
LRVT shirt.
Every one of them are custom made. They have different prints. Like the last one we did for Spoke, you might have recognized the little one of our logos there with the little uppercut logo.
That one's on this one too.
Oh, is it? I didn't even see it on there.
Yeah, I threw it on towards the bottom.
Oh yeah, there it is. There
So
it
here,
is.
Eric, can you get this one in the shot? Oh, you're gonna put it up for them to see?
Oh.
Yeah. So actually, I think the mock-up you're gonna pull up doesn't have the eyes cut out. I actually cut those out later. Because I actually liked it without the eyes cut out. Me and Ben were gonna go with that design, but then it just looked like you were wearing Lokes, and then it didn't look like the Lone Ranger anymore. You just kind of looked like a.
You even got my one little piece of jelly in there.
Yeah.
And for the winter, we're actually going to cut the eyes out, so it's like you'll see your chest. It's gonna be tight.
A little taco meat.
Through where his eyes go. Oh man!
Oh fuck! Oh shit!
Real shout out to the chat. Ryan, yes, I do remember teaching you geometry. I remember drawing a tree is what I remember about that conversation. But yes, I do remember that conversation, and I appreciate you, being a willing student that night.
Oh yeah.
Learning
Speaking
some
of students, do we want to bring out that second beer real quick?
Oh yeah, we can bring out the second.
Yeah,
beer.
let's run the next one. I'm done with mine.
I'm gonna need Eric's help with that though, because he's got it in the cooler. Get it from the cooler.
Hell yeah! Shout out to the Zome Ranger.
Oh man, there is some folks.
That was crazy.
Fucking Zome Ranger.
You and Benny made that.
Fucking Zomeward Bound.
Because Zomeward Bound.
Zomeward Bound.
Homeward bound.
That's the name of the episode today.
Fucking Biozome.
Oh,
Fucking Biozome. How about a little? I'll throw out some mediocre ones. How about some like World War Zome?
World War Zone.
How about some Zome in, Zome out?
I like
That was one of my favorite ones.
My favorite ones were Zome Alone 1, 2, and 3.
I like that.
Oh man. Oh fucking Zome Alone, boy.
Oh my god.
2001, A Zome Odyssey.
There you go.
That's a good one too. That's a good one.
What's funny is every time I make a beat, like whatever the sample is of the beat, I incorporate my name in the name of
Give
my
me
beat.
some examples. Give me some examples. What are your favorite ones that you've zomered?
Man, what that's
Oh,
a good-
Oppenzomer. That
That was an existence for the title of the episode.
Oh yeah, good. That was a good one. But sorry, continue.
Yeah, no, to be honest, I'm having a brain for right now. I can't think of any of them.
It's hard. I had to write this shit down because the same thing when I'm put on the spot, I can't think of this shit. But give me a little time and let me cook a little bit, and I had a whole list of some zomies.
Oh yeah.
Zoomies. You got
They're fun.
The zoomies, the zomies.
Yeah.
Tell us about this. Oh my fuck.
Well, I haven't even
Oh
opened mine.
motherfucker.
Oh motherfucker.
West Coast style.
And I figured you'd appreciate
It's a
that.
ratio.
Oh, this is a collab with Ratio.
with Ratio.
Nice. And Ratio's another local brewery down in Rhino as well. They make some pretty good beer. They're like a very punk rock brewery. It's kind of cool.
28th and Larimer?
Yeah, it's down over there. Rhino.
I've never been there yet. I'm going to go now.
Yeah, there's like 6 breweries in that area.
Yeah.
Fucking Bierstadt, my favorite brewery in Colorado's over there. OMF, Odell's got a spot over there. That's
I like River North.
River North is over there. They just did a big release of a bunch of stouts that they do. Sorry, this Pilsner Urquell is a little bubbly for me. Somebody must have put some salt in there or something.
Not enough.
It got spicy on him.
A little sea salt in
She
there.
said we've been to OMF.
Get that iron.
All about the Zomermans.
I like that.
I love it. Keep it going in the chat. Give us some more Zomies out there and throw us some. And Cindy says you've been to OMF.
That's what she says. I believe her. She knows.
Oh yeah.
I believe Cindy.
She ginkles her biloba. She knows. She remembers stuff.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Gotta gink the biloba.
Gink the
You know,
biloba.
that's something you learn as you get older. You gotta do that. Because
What the
Ain't
fuck
what
are
it
you
used to
guys
be.
saying?
Ginkgo biloba.
ginkgo biloba.
Am I having a stroke? I don't understand. I don't understand.
Do you spell maple? I don't know what is. It's like a memory supplement.
Yeah, all I know is it helps your memory.
Yeah.
I bought a big old bottle of it from Costco for all the employees at work.
Ginkgo Balboa?
That's right.
Ginkgo biloba.
Ginkgo Balboa?
Oh, no,
Baba Balloomba?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm not supposed to drink yet, huh?
Oh, you can drink it.
Yeah, you can try.
Yeah.
Drink mine this whole time.
Go
Is
for
it
it.
time? Okay.
I like it. I like the smell so far.
I mean, it's all right.
That's delicious.
You like that, huh?
I like that. I thought you'd like this. West Coast and Pale Ale. good combination. West Coast beers generally are a little bit more clear, but like a pretty piney, like almost weedy, like
That's why I like IPAs. That's the weird thing, is that's why I didn't like
same
them.
family of plants. Same family of plants, weed and hops.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's why they have so many like similar characteristics,
And
especially when you smell them fresh.
What's crazy is that's what I ended up liking, was that taste. Because Cindy had introduced me to a couple. I liked them, and they're like, to me, I was like, man, that's so strong. But then like I went to drink Bud Light one day, and I was like, oh my God, this is piss water.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I was like, give me that piney stuff. It's like weed.
And West Coast stuff is very piney, very resinous, but it's usually really clean on top of it. It doesn't like the hazies and all that stuff can get kind of overboard, or like they kind of go too far with the hops and like the smaller breweries like this. But this one's really good. And
It tastes like a pine tree fucking
yeah.
air freshener.
But there's a little bit of like,
cardboard and all.
See if I
It's
can
an
find.
acquired taste. You gotta take at least 3 sips and be positive.
I
want you to say 3 good
19
things.
sips in.
Say 3 good things.
Say 3 good things
3
now.
positive comments.
It's liquid.
Okay.
I don't have to chew it.
Okay. That's 1 positive. 1 was just a statement.
No, that's pretty positive that I don't have to chew it.
Yeah, that was the positive. The other one was just a
No,
statement.
it's also liquid. That's pretty cool.
That's not positive though. That's just a statement.
Depends on who you ask.
You got 2 more, brother.
I like the little good guys. Good. I mean,
Are you like of the grumpy old guys? You're like the guy that talks shit about the beer. Do you like the?
No, that's not.
Not really.
That's not what he does.
No?
But I would like to hear a little bit about what you normally do for our beers.
I mean, no. So I mean, all right. One time,
Here we go.
I went to a beer fest with Zome, and it was downtown, I think.
Like the beer fest, like the Great
It might
American
have
Beer
been.
Festival.
I don't know. It was a different kind of beer fest because we
It's the
rode
biggest one in,
scooters that
like-
day.
We did.
Yeah. Or maybe you rode scooters to meet us. I don't remember. And yeah, no, I just remember that like they had a whole block shut down and all the different booths and like you could go try different beers, but you really couldn't try because there was so many people there. There wasn't much you could really actually do.
Yeah.
And so I think we tried like just a couple little beers real quick. But then when we were leaving, we had to all find scooters, and maybe you didn't leave with us when we went to go find scooters. Maybe it was, I think Rob was there too.
Rob loves
My
scooters.
homie Rob. Anyways,
Was that when
Zay
we
might have
rode,
even been there. I don't remember.
Is that when we rode to Bar Red?
I think so. Yeah. Yeah. And I remember because when we were leaving, because we're downtown, right? So like all those streets are all real small and one ways. You know what I mean? And they had a whole area blocked off, so we had to like hit all the around ways to get there on the scooters. And you know, when you're hitting all these neighborhoods, there's just like different things going on. There was one part of the neighborhood where there was just like this huge ass puddle that we had to avoid. And I imagine that if you took a cup of that puddle and you put it into a beer,
my
that's what this tastes like.
This guy, man.
Yeah, that's what we do for beers here on LRVT. If you haven't noticed, I thought you watched the show, Zome.
That's why I'm asking this.
Okay.
Trying to get a little bit of positivity in here.
Mama DiLisio says, Zome diggity.
Zome diggity.
Zome down.
Zone down. Yeah, I like it.
Oh, too good. Too good.
That was great.
Oh, yeah.
We got Jen in the chat. Who else has not been
Again, shout out to Jen again. Thank you so much for having.
Yeah.
We have a
making this
video because of
possible.
you.
Monica's in the chat. Oh, that's what's up. Monica's in there.
What did Monica say?
She says
Zome.
Zome.
Zombie.
Oh, is it Zome?
Yeah, I think
I
that's
thought
what
it
it
was
said.
I don't know. I can't read.
Who else we got in here? Who's Junior?
That's the Loggy Brothers. That's probably Abel. I can't see his picture.
Okay. I don't think I know.
all
that.
EOS
Welcome to the
homies
chat.
that we
Welcome to the
used to
chat.
Shout out. That's my dude right there, too.
It was funny because when I got that job at the collection agency, I don't know if you guys remember, I was the first one who got a job there.
I do. I do remember.
I got a job there because painting was whack. Like I was a
You
painter.
were painting.
I was a painter's helper and all that, and we were in a recession, and I was doing my taxes that year, and I had 14 W-2s. So I was like, oh, like it's dope that I could continue to find a job, bro. But you know, I was
This is now I want to live.
I was chasing the
14
work because it was
W2s.
commission. Yeah, so I was like, I got to find something else. I remember they gave me an interview, and they're like, all right, cool. Like you get a second interview. I'm like, thank God I can get the fuck out of here and never
And then
come
I'm
back.
gonna
again.
hire all the homies.
But then they were like, oh, you just hang around your interviews in like 10 minutes. I'm like, fuck, I got to stay again. And for some reason they liked me and they hired me. And I was like, well, you know, all right, place is all right. You had to buy a tie and shit. But yeah, then got the whole west side of job. The whole west side.
We were all there, boy.
They're like, we need to get people that can talk a lot and sell stuff. And
I know a couple of rappers. Like, how many rappers worked at CCA? But
Man.
West, T, Zay, Justin, you.
If you-
Did Tony Brown work there too?
That's where we met Tony Brown.
Tony Brown.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you
And then-
say he's a
and then-
rapper because Tony Brown is more of a.
Don't forget about Isaac from Upset Records.
Yeah. Shout out to
What was his rap name?
Dub.
No.
I don't know. I don't think I
Start with
know.
a D, I think. I know it.
What's fucked up is I do know him as
Shout out to
Isaac
homies
better, but-
Isaac.
Yeah, they were from the
always
west
cool
side
as
too.
fuck.
We did that whole show, that album release show. It was
Pedo. Shout out to Ryan.
it
Ryan
was
reminded us of
freaking
Pedo.
Upset Records. It was the Crew, us, and then who else?
That might have been it.
I think
But
so.
it was some hitters.
Yeah, we sold out the Roxy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it was tight. It was cool.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
We did an
man.
album release party. We had all the openers were all CCA cats.
Yeah, straight up. It was like the CCA company party.
Unofficially sponsored by CCA.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's cool.
Get Go 2 was fun. Shout out to the Roxy.
Rocks.
Yeah.
Is that even around still, or is it called something
don't
else
know.
now?
No, it's still around, but the homies don't own it no more because it was Sake's sister. I think that was running it at the time.
Yeah. R.I.P. Sake.
Yep. R.I.P. Sake.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Good times.
fucking
Great
A.
times.
Good times. Well, we got any topics to talk about, Steven?
Oh yeah, we got a couple. Do we want to start heavy or do we want to start light?
I'll let you decide.
I think we start light and see where this goes. So, Mr. Zome, you
He called me Mister.
Mr. Zome. I mean, you're of age now. I think it's proper to call you Mr. Zome.
That's another way to say I'm old.
You know, Main Rock adorned the name Rev Rock after being your officiant, and I think it's time to adorn. What are those called? Prefix. That's what it's called. It was coming.
Not to be confused with postfix.
Or yeah. Well, that's a different thing. That's like the third and the fourth and
Talk shit.
yeah, yeah. But Mr. Zome, you work in the cars industries, and I feel like you have some opinions about cars.
Okay.
Yeah, is that true?
Probably.
Yeah, probably most cars. You know,
Yes.
maybe not all cars. You know, the 1986 Toyota Corolla, one of my favorite cars.
Right.
Just a basic ass. You know, you ever drive a car?
Did you say an 86 Corolla?
Yeah, I love it.
You know what's crazy about that is when I had my Corolla back in like my high school days, I had a 98 Corolla
I love that one.
that I had on like 17-inch chrome rims. I
Oh.
was like in love with that car. I
Oh,
took my
see.
senior pictures with it and shit.
Oh, you were all
Yeah.
in front of it like this?
But the homie at work, James V. Hill, he had like a 80s style Corolla like that.
Uh-huh.
And this fool had it like on big ass drag strip tires. and he had a 350 engine in that little
Well, and there's
tiny ass
some
car.
like there's some rippers, like some drifter like old Corollas, but I like the
Right.
old 4-door sedan, like 4-cylinder bullshit piece of shit, because it taught me the phrase, you know, it's fun to drive a fast car, right? But it's so much fun to drive a slow car fast, right? And where you just like push that fucker to the limit, where it's like 85 was pushing it in 2004 when I was like driving that car around. It was my buddy's car, but I loved that fucking old boxy Toyota. My parents had like a 92 Toyota Corolla that was similar to, I love all those old ones. But I ask you this because I'm curious of how you feel about like where the auto industry is going, particularly in the like electrification of the auto industry, and how we see that companies and manufacturers are starting to either kind of go kind of three directions, it looks like, in my opinion, and maybe it differs in yours, but I see that they're either going to, this we're all electric kind of lineup, to the ones that are more in the middle where they are focused in like hybrid models and things that integrate both, or some manufacturers that are like fucking gasoline, and I'm curious for somebody who works in this industry, somebody who, is interested also personally, how do you think this is for the auto industry? Is it good? Is it bad? Do you see it going the same places? What do you think?
I mean, fun wise, gas is the funnest, right?
Is it though? Like these electric cars, like blow fucking 2.6 second 0 to 60s in like the fucking entry model sedan fucking Tesla shits. Like if you want fun,
right,
electricity provides a ton of fun.
But let's say that your manufacturer makes one little tiny mistake and then you can no longer park your car in the fucking garage because the shit might blow up and start on fire.
That's not fun.
Right. Do you think that there were similar arguments when people were like, hey, take this liquid that is insanely flammable, will blow up your house, go ahead and put that in your car and run that shit in there. How's that worse than the electricities?
Well, have you ever seen like a lithium battery explode?
In person?
Like, ever, like on a video.
I think I've seen the internets.
Yeah.
That has something like that.
Remember when the Samsung batteries were exploding?
Yeah. They get like a little like smoky because it starts melting the plastic and smoking, and then it goes like bap, 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 flash, flash, flash. And then it just like expels all its energy in like an explosion or a couple of flashes. And then that's it. And like, our
car batteries.
Teslas?
No, like you can't put them out. You have to let them burn out.
Yeah. So the fire department was just talking about that on the news the other day about how the only way to put them things out is to like somehow have a crane right there that's metal, and then they like literally drop it into like a pool of water, and that's like what could stop it. And then there's like foam chemicals that could, but yeah, when those batteries, it's basically like it's gonna burn out. Anything around it's gonna burn out, and that's it. So for instance, right? And I don't want to, like involve all that, but like the company that I work for, they had a whole bulletin go out that said like, these Kias that are electrical and they're like exploding and shit and all that. They told these people not to park the cars in their garages. So they told us if we were to get any of those vehicles with those years in our shop, that we couldn't park any of the cars within 16 feet of them, and they could not be left inside.
Fucking damn near a cigarette, like 25 feet from the door. Get us away from here.
And then if you even notice some of the garages that you go into, like I think it was even the Cherry Creek. Me and Cindy went over there, and there's a sign out there that says if you have any vehicles that are part of like electronic vehicle
recall,
something like
78295,
that you're not allowed to be in the garage. That basically, if you park in the garage and cause damage to other people's vehicles, you're liable because they're telling you don't go in there. So electrical vehicles are dope and everything, but the reality is, wow. I mean, how far do you want me to go on this?
As far as you like.
The reality is I think, so I'm going to go far then.
Okay. Let's go.
I think that
fucking put this shit in eco mode, bud.
I think that hydrogen is really the best way to go when
eco mode this guy.
Yeah. Hydrogen is the best way to go with that type of engine. So
type of engine being
for a combustion engine. But I think that although they probably exist, and they definitely exist in battleships and shit like that, right? But they won't, when it comes to making car engines on hydrogen, all the dudes that invent them die.
Yeah.
So
that's pretty wild.
They like Hyundai, I think, has one, but like they're only in California because they're the only ones that have like the
hydrogen filling stations.
Yeah. Because it's like it has to be compressed so fucking tight.
Well, you have to take hydrogen normally exists as like a gas, like in our temperature and pressure on Earth. And because we breathe it all the time, right? It's in our air. But to get it to a state where you can utilize it for combustion, you got to get it to a liquid state. And that takes a lot of energy to basically make it cold enough. I think it's cold enough for hydrogen to liquefy from that gaseous state. And so then you have to be able to compress something because, you know, there's something called Boyle's Law. Boyle's Law has all kinds of stuff to do with all over the world. And it's basically like temperature, pressure, and what's the other fucking variable? Volume, right? So if you want something that needs to be really cold, or you need to change the temperature of it, you can change how the pressure is around it instead of it. If you ever watched a video where a science teacher puts a big glass dome over something and it boils water at room temperature, this is the effect you're seeing of Boyle's Law, that there's a relationship between temperature, pressure, and volume. So when you keep volume constant, you keep temperature constant, but change the pressure, you can change those other variables.
Yeah, because I'll be smoking that pressure, and the volume, boy, is loud.
I hope you're listening, Ryan Hackenberg. You got me into teacher mode, brother.
To clarify, though, I'm not talking about a hydrogen vehicle where you insert hydrogen. I'm talking about a hydrogen vehicle that can pull it from water, right?
And so yes, that's how I think that's how hydrogen vehicles work. Like the gas tank is a fucking jug of water, right? Am I right? I don't know.
These exist in California?
I don't know.
It's very limited, like, but it's also like $50 a gallon or whatever to fill it up. But like
that's
the way
why I
that
think
they
it's
do
liquefied
it's
hydrogen and not
100
water.
like 1,000 gallons.
Because the car
like shit
can't
that's
convert
included with
the
it.
water to the state it needs.
Yeah. And right now they're being used a lot for truck drivers.
Yeah.
And like hauling big stuff like
So
that.
the reality is I think that is the most feasible way.
You think alternate fuels essentially are a better alternative to gasoline? So just different like combustibles versus like an electrified.
So the only reason we use gasoline is because of the dollar, right? Is because they trade oil on the dollar. That's the only reason we use
That
gasoline.
makes sense.
Well, maybe not that we use, but very like it's why it has such a hole.
That's the only reason that gasoline still exists. Is because of the dollar.
Well, and oil.
Because
Oil
of
is like what that comes from, and how much
you make
people
the
have
gasoline is
investments in oil across the world, like billion, probably quadrillions of dollars. Honestly, investments in the oil industry across the world.
Well, more so because that's how we trade oil is by the dollar, and that's the agreement that we made with the Saudi Arabia, right?
OPEC, yeah,
right.
Yeah.
So we're
the
trading,
cartels.
yeah, we're trading with the dollar. So that's why gas still exists, because as a global force, that's the only way that we can control all of that.
So it's more economics than anything else.
It hasn't to that. So that's what the question is, right? So that has nothing to do. The reason we have gas. So what's better? Gas is funner because that's what we all grew up with, right?
And diesel is
Electric
also a
vehicles-
better gas that we've had for a long time, and we
That shit
see
expensive, boy.
Do you see how hard it is to get a diesel sedan in America compared to how hard it is to get a diesel sedan in like Europe?
Yeah, but
where the manufacturers that make cars here make diesel cars in other places that have better gas mileage, better emissions, longer lasting, will run for longer.
Yeah,
but they don't want
smoking
the
that diesel, and
mileage.
it's that gas.
Yeah, that's what we do out here. Is we out here with that diesel, that sour diesel.
Sour diesel.
There we go. See?
Yeah.
Now you
But
guys are on. Now you guys are on point.
That's how I feel about it. Like if we really were using our technology and what we're capable of, everybody would be driving around cars that are run off of hydrogen. But because of the economy and because of politics and to be honest, it's, you know, I don't know if you would say it's necessary for us to keep that power, but it's probably not a good idea to give it to somebody else. So it's better we keep track of it. You know, so it comes with all those things. But
Hell yeah.
I feel like if you're going to buy something here based on what we have, a hybrid is the best thing to buy.
Bet.
Plug in a hybrid for now.
Just a hybrid.
Yeah, a lot of the hybrids now don't have to be plugged in because they regeneratively charge the smaller batteries that they have in them through different regenerative
Like
things,
brakes.
braking.
Yeah.
Braking.
So
and
when we're working on those kind of cars at work, you have to put them on freaking dollies and push them
Yeah.
around, because if you push them, even if the battery is disconnected, it creates an electrical charge.
Yep, turn the car on. You can do the same thing with your dryer. If you spin the fucking drum, it'll usually turn on if it's an all electric dryer.
I've
If you
always
push me, I
thought,
start generating.
like, why we never
electricity.
used wheels. Even when I was a kid, I was like, why would we not use the wheels as some way to generate the power as we're moving.
Yeah.
It never made any sense to me.
Like you're transferring
I mean?
so much energy into the rotational energy of the tires that like
Why
how
not
can you
also
capture
still
some
that
of
even
it?
at the same time?
Yeah.
And that, I mean, initially
I
that's
agree.
what a hybrid
Supercharge
does.
everything.
Yeah, fucking supercharger, bud.
I have an alternative to all of these. We Flintstones every car.
Okay,
Fuck yeah.
Okay.
Better for health.
Now we're thinking.
Hell yeah.
Do we have
Maybe
to be
some
barefoot?
pedals. Maybe just do like the thing you do on the lakes that are too small for boats, where you just like pedal in them shits. But we
Hey,
do that.
but did you notice the Flintstones didn't
swan?
have a steering wheel?
Stop looking at me,
The Flintstones
Schwan.
never had a steering wheel.
What, never had a steering wheel? I missed it
The
because you stopped looking at me
Flintstones, they
for it.
never had a steering wheel. Like, how are the wheels supposed to turn?
You don't need to turn. You got to turn that shit yourself, bud.
Yeah.
You got to
Yeah.
like
Fuck
like
that.
itch it over.
Yeah, it's like was it Super Mario Kart? But when you
You got to do that. You got to hit L trigger, L trigger, L trigger.
Yeah. Oh man, everybody bounce. Oh man.
Well, I appreciate.
Eric is so amused, y'all. I wish you guys
He's
could see
having
him.
some fun.
Yeah, he's having
I
a great
appreciate
time.
your
There's a chance they didn't
your
even hear it.
opinions on weed is hella legal where I'm at. I've had a weed plug. Like it's sorry, Ryan. I don't know what you're talking about. I thought you just said you were in Texas.
He's in Texas. That's
where you
why.
can get a fucking you can fucking get jailed for a joint down in Texas. I thought they are not.
damn.
He's
they are
saying
not
it's
kind.
illegal.
Oh, illegal. Sorry. It's hard to.
yeah.
You know, I'm
It's
not-
all right. Me too.
My dude got glasses.
Yeah, and not very good ones. I need new ones.
We need to up the prescription.
We do. I need to get them sunglasses like you.
Gotcha.
And them prescription sunglasses. That's the age I'm at
Polarized.
now.
No,
I'm
they're a
like,
lifesaver.
no more flip down plastic glasses for Steven. We're getting the prescripties, baby.
Oh yeah.
No, we're gonna get you transition contacts.
Okay.
Oh,
Okay.
Yeah, nah, they're cool. No, they're real. They're real.
So he goes outside, his eyes look black or
Yeah.
what?
I'm scared.
Just sunglasses outside.
Like you're looking into his death soul.
Oh my God, he's here.
Sorry, ma'am.
Oh man.
Sorry, 7-Eleven clerk. This is I just came in from outside. I'm not doing a lot of drugs.
Like, what's wrong with that guy? It looked like he just saw a ghost.
He did all the city's cocaine at once.
Oh man.
Ryan said, "Put him down on your nose and squint."
Oh yeah. Well,
No, I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that.
if you had like 3 different pairs of glasses for everything you had to look at, that would be ideal.
Right, just like hold on, wait a minute.
Yeah, I'm gonna read the beer and put on those.
Yo, dude, I went to the doctor the other day for the eye doctor. And they fuckers make you
One or
do
two.
They make you
3
do
or
a new
4.
eye test every
4 or
year or
5.
whatever, right? I just
4 or
wanted some
5.
sunglasses.
4 or 5.
Right.
4 or 5.
So she tells me, she goes, "Oh yeah, we got your prescription. It didn't change a lot, but it's getting near that age, where you might need to start thinking about bifocals." I'm like, "Fuck you, bitch! Don't talk to me like that.
Hi, Ben
How
Franklin.
dare you insult me? What the fuck is wrong with you?
Bifocals, fuck you.
I'm 25. Fuck you."
Fucking out here inventing electricity and shit.
Yeah.
Bifocals, fuck you, lady.
Benjamin Franklin.
Well, with some more serious shit, there's been some pretty ruckus shit happening in the world.
Yeah.
Yeah. And some
Wild
stuff
is a
that-
good word.
wild, feral, really incredible to believe that it is happening in some of these cases when you might look into some of it. But there's a budding conflict in
Speaking of oil countries.
yeah, in the Middle East and in the more of, I don't know what you would call that, the Red Sea, I think is the sea that's right there that everything is kind of bordered by. In between is that sea and some
And the
pretty
Euphrates River.
the Euphrates. Yeah,
I believe that's what it is, right? Between the river and the sea, that's what they talk about.
is it the Euphrates? Yeah, I think that
Euphrates,
is
I think.
Euphrates River.
Would it be disrespectful if I said Euphrates nuts?
No.
Not on this podcast.
Yeah. It was like,
No, sir.
hey, these dudes are tickling with Wild War 3 anyways, boy. So
I know, dude. I know.
I mean, all right, we can start wrapping up soon. But I mean, if you don't mind, because there's been a lot of shit going on over there, and I feel like if you try to like just watch the news or read the headlines, you get such a wild, different story of what's actually going on. And so just a quick fact, go ahead and fact check me real quick. Just the quick facts running out. So of course, October 7th or 6th or whatever, or 7th, was when Hamas had an attack on Israel. Since then, Israel has not admitted to, allegedly, but I mean, it's hard to call it allegedly when it's on fucking camera and you can see, essentially been committing war crimes against the Palestinian people, the people of Gaza, now the people of Rafah, the Palestinians that are in Rafah. But what's wild is that like about a month and a half ago, maybe a month ago, these motherfuckers in Israel, again, strictly facts real quick, go ahead and look this up. They, I believe, bombed an aid station, killing a U.S. contractor, and all kinds of people, specifically people that are there to help. These aren't people that are at war. These are the people that are like handing out supplies or shit like that. Food specifically. And it got shoved under the rug because they did that. The world was pretty upset about it. People started making noise about it, and it seems like almost as a distraction. Maybe that's my own opinion, but the fact here is that they basically they broke the Vienna Convention, which is an international set of laws that says that we won't bomb, or anybody won't bomb anybody else's embassies. And they bombed the Iranian embassy in...
Not a good idea.
In Jordan, I believe, or wherever. I don't remember exactly which country, but it's right around there. And they bombed the Iranian embassy, killing what would be equivalent to one of our CIA agents or head leaders of like the CIA or FBI or something. Like a head agency. And they broke the Vienna Convention, bombed this fucking this embassy. Iran, we came out and everybody condemned it. The U.S. basically said, if that's true, then we don't fuck with it, but we don't know, which is not true. We know. And then Iran, for a week, was like, well, we're going to retaliate. 72 hours leading up was like, hey, well, we're going to bomb this military base. And it's going to be with these types of drones, and we're going to do it on this time, on this date. And it's basically like the equivalent of a show, right? They're telling everybody exactly where they're going to bomb and what they're going to do. And they do it. The U.S., they call it the Iron Dome, but we already have the statistics. You can go ahead and fact check me if you'd like. The U.S., heavy majority, like 90-some% of the 95% of drones and bombs that were blocked by the U.S. So nothing even got through. It was way more of a show of force and what you could call like whatever you would call it. If I was like, I'm going to sock you at 3:00 the day before. And I walk out and I'm like, check. Be expecting a sock at 3:00 exactly. And then I walk up on you. I'm like, I'm here to sock you now. And then like, if I swing at you and you dodge it, It's the equivalent. It's the war equivalent of that. The U.S. came out and said, Israel, don't strike back. That's it. Iran tweeted right away, we did this thing, and now we're done. Consider it done now. It's over. We're not going to do World War III. They're trying to subside World War III because whatever you think about people, nobody wants to go into this war except for maybe Israel. Benjamin Netanyahu. And so Israel has guaranteed that they will strike back. The U.S. has essentially said that, okay, well, it's okay if you do it in Rafah, and as long as you leave everything else alone, we'll be okay with this. So they're essentially sacrificing Palestinian innocent people to avoid World War III with a country who is blatantly taking what was a show of force and trying to turn it into that they were, did some kind of very dangerous thing that risked all this
An act
the Israel
of
lives.
terrorism.
And they try to claim that they took down all the bombs, which you already know by the numbers. These numbers are out. The U.S. took down, and the U.S. and most of our allies, we're talking about France, England, took down most of the of what was shot at Israel, and Israel is continuing to escalate it. And with all those facts aside, now everybody forgot that Israel committed a war crime against fucking peace workers, including a U.S. contractor, and broke the Vienna Convention. And it's just like there's this thing where it's like, well, what can Israel do wrong? And apparently, through the government's eyes, Israel can do no wrong, and they use our Christian-based society to legitimize it with religion and then morals, and talk about how even criticizing or even questioning what Israel's doing as anti-Semitic, that you must hate Jews if
You hate Israel, or you disagree with Israel.
If you think Israel's fucked up for killing innocent people, they literally, like 2 days ago, and again, y'all could look this up, they bombed some people in Rafah. I think 22 people died. 18 of them were children. 3 of them were women. 1 of them was pregnant, and there was 1 dude.
Yeah, we're talking
one military-aged man. They don't even say what he was. Just a military-aged man. Yo, and there's reports, and these are alleged, but they're reports off of like TikTok and all the social media stuff that these people are taking cover like in Gaza and stuff like that, and that they heard women screaming and babies crying, so they ran out to try to help, and it was Israeli drones luring people out to shoot at them, quadcopters, and these are
not soldiers,
and this is
people, citizens.
And I mean, a lot of this is like this, man, the evidence behind those things, you still have to say alleged or else you become anti-Semitic. But it's like the evidence behind it is it's like, yo, what the fuck are you doing?
I will be the first one to, on this podcast for sure, to not like put any illegibilities on any of this. 40,000 fucking citizens dead, like 25,000 plus children of that 40.
Yeah.
What they've been doing, and this is nothing new for how Israel has treated the Palestinians for years. Fucking snipers blowing out knees left and right. I took 28 knees today. Kind of quotes you hear from this faction of people who run this country that
and
is
they're uploading
Israel.
themselves, bragging about it on TikTok. It's not even like fucking like these wild conspiracies where you hear these little stories or whatever. These are coming from the members of the IDF, the soldiers of the IDF.
With pride.
With the Israel Defense Force. Literally on TikTok going like, oh yeah, we just took out blah, 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 and talking about it. But they're talking about like kids. And no, I mean.
Yeah. I don't know. I think that the important thing to understand is, so when that type of stuff happens, the important thing to understand is these people that are running the military, I don't mean to say this in a disrespectful manner because, and that's the hard part about all of this, right? Like you can say anything, man, and it's so hard not to offend somebody, and I'm just a Mexican-American U.S. citizen, so I'm not Jewish. I'm not Middle Eastern, I'm literally speaking from an outside source. So, I know I don't hate anybody, but it is hard when like, if you ask a question, if you can be like, all of a sudden, like you're considered something, it's like, no, I just have an honest question. Like why this or why that, right?
Well,
but like the military folks that are doing all the bad things that we're seeing, right? These are also like, again, so this is another one of those things, like peace to anybody that's fighting for the country. Like,
no doubt.
Thank you for everything that you've done, right? But the other truth is like a lot of those people in the military are like, they're trained. Yeah, they're trained to be almost like a fucking psychopaths in a way during those times.
Sure.
Right? So to them, the same way that the Nuggets are trying to win the fucking game, they're winning that game. You know what I mean? They don't, their moral compass isn't our moral compass at that moment. You know what I mean? They're just trying to win their battle. So it's all wrong. War is all wrong. And I don't know. Sometimes, I think about the whole thing, like Israel and its existence, and what does that mean? And it's hard to say. But what was weird about this too is, honestly, I didn't really want to talk politics with you guys because it's
what we do.
It makes me irk sometimes. But I was thinking about this.
Irk away, my brother.
This exact thing, and I was thinking like, well, if they pull me into this conversation, and here I am, what does it mean? And I bought a shirt that you had bought the other day at the powwow, where on the, from the Constitution, it says merciless Indian savages, right? And that was
That's
part of the
quote.
What's the quote? How does it go?
The full quote is pretty long,
But like that last part of it.
I don't remember.
To protect themselves, or what was it?
Yeah, I don't remember the exact verbatim, but it essentially, it refers to a declaration of independence from the Queen of England and any other queen or king and monarchy in Europe, as well as independence from the merciless Indian savages that roam the plains. It's essentially what it says.
Endeavor to bring on the inhabitants of our frontiers, the merciless Indian savages whose warfare is an undistinguished destruction of all ages, sexes, and conditions.
Manifest destiny, baby.
That's how they wrote it in there to justify it.
And what's crazy is like, I think about that in some moments as like pride, like, you goddamn right, we were fucking merciless, and I'm glad that you think that. But then the other part of me thinks like, and I'm not trying to just be like all extra, but I as I'm getting older, I'm getting better at understanding myself, understanding other people. Having to be a supervisor, it's fucking hard, and you have to understand like humans and why they're thinking. But I thought, what my thought was this morning or earlier today was like, why did they call us merciless Indian savages, right? Why did they call us merciless savages? And the reality that I think is that was all out of fear, right?
Oh, yeah.
So like, how like regularly folks that like they project, right? That was just the United States projection, right?
Yeah.
Because, as a colonist, as somebody who's colonizing,
Why'd you look at me like that when you said that, bud?
It's because you're white.
Name 14 spices right now.
Name 14 spices. And
pepper.
it can't be parsley.
Milk.
Nah, but white rice. Oh man.
Let me push back for a second here real quick, because you mentioned like you're just who you are in like your heritage, your upbringing. And I think why it shakes so many people in America and across the world is because the Palestinian struggle is an indigenous struggle.
Yeah.
These people are indigenous to this land. They've been there for a long fucking time. And in the 50s, they got removed in the millions. And we've seen that happen for the last 5 decades of the systematic removal of these people from this land. Does that sound familiar? Right? America.
So that's my point. That's my point. It wasn't that we were the merciless Indian savages. It's that they were the merciless savages. And they were afraid of us being them.
Yeah.
Right. So the same way when you're accusing somebody of lying to you, or you're accusing somebody of cheating on you, it's because you are probably the one doing that.
Yeah.
Right.
Fuck.
So
Yeah, that was wild.
That's why we are the merciless Indian savages.
And it's wild because literally Israel is doing the exact same thing, except for instead of merciless Indian savages,
But-
they're calling them Hamas. And it's wild because it's like this area, they stripped the government. That Israel, this is all documented stuff. This is very, very well-known world stuff, that Israel has essentially stripped their government and then put them in what essentially is an open-air prison as far as the Gaza Strip. And then when they're there governing themselves, obviously they've stripped the government, so they've taken away the police, they've taken away everything. So the people are looking for any kind of structure at all. So Hamas steps in, and whether they agree with them or not, it's like they're the ones with the power,
Well, and
so they become the
Hamas was
government.
put into power because why did they want them in power? Because they would fight Israel.
Because they would fight Israel.
And it didn't matter who, the Hamas or if it was Al Qaeda or any of those other factions.
Netanyahu bet on it and put it all into the place so that it would happen this way. And then when Hamas attacks, they blame the entire populace for, you must be Hamas because you've accepted Hamas as your government, and you are now both. And so they're trying to label it as like you are now both a country with a government, but also your government is terrorist. Therefore, your country are terrorists.
Well, and they will
it's
call
the same thing. Merciless Indian savages, get the fuck out.
Right? You use some scary term, and they've learned don't use actual scary words anymore. Don't use merciless savage as the way. Just use an ambiguous terrorist, Al Qaeda, Hamas. Give it a name that no American knows what the fuck it means except for it's scary, and you get to ride that fucking wave.
And that's the fucked up thing too about the media, right? Like sometimes we look at like communist countries and the propaganda, but it's like, I mean,
guilty.
Yeah, I mean, guilty. Fuck, like they just do it really, really softly. Like fucking, like Cat Williams said it the best, like pimps, right? You know, and I always use that as a funny thing to say, right? But the truth is, right? Like, look here, bitch, we're gonna go over and suck some dick and take over all the store. I don't know how it's gonna work, but I'm gonna do my part. You know, as long as I can go to Walmart and buy some Ben Davis and shit, I'm good. You know, but it is fucked up. But I think all of it is fucked up. I think that you can't. I mean, I don't think you can blame Jewish people either.
No,
for
definitely
that sense,
not.
right?
A lot of Jewish people are at these big pro-Palestine fucking genocide like
what it really
protests
comes down to is governments.
No doubt.
Right? Governments.
Well, and power.
And
power corrupts absolutely. Absolute power corrupts absolutely. Man. It's a law that we always see happen, especially in capitalism. Capitalism is what runs our world, and which means money runs our world.
With power like that, right? It's always way too easy to be evil.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
As long as there's a dollar behind it, you can be as evil as you need to be.
Think about it even like on a smaller scale, right? Like when you have, and I've learned a lot of these, you know, like how people look at you and all that, but if you're just like a supervisor at a fucking gas station, right? Those motherfuckers can let that power get to them. Imagine if you ran the whole fucking country.
The whole show.
Or,
the whole world, right? These people who make that is orchestrating what is going on, because this is not happenstance, right? I do think Iran is responding. And Iran is a very interesting situation in its own respect of like, they have nuclear weapons. Like there is stuff going on in Iran that's like kind of scary for the world.
Some hawkish motherfuckers over there, boy.
Right? There is some stuff, but Iran is also one of the most like pristine PR campaign. Like you said, they're telling them what's going on. They don't want the smoke, right? Like they don't, but they do need to fucking stand up for themselves.
Or if they do want the smoke, they're trying to make sure that it comes to them rather than them pushing it out.
Iran specifically is the only real country in there that's not an American ally that has a true military.
Yeah,
that hasn't been stripped of their military in some way from these other factions, because like the Palestinians don't got a military.
We wouldn't dare do that.
Do what?
I mean, Mitch
bomb Iran. That's why they're trying to calm this shit down, because this is the impetus of world wars, of how these things are playing out and escalating by smaller factions that make things bigger than they are, cause problems with others, force the United States and force their hand. And all Israel has been doing is forcing our hand and making fucking Biden look like a fool, America look like fools. I mean, it's the ties that we have to Israel cause all this, right? Like the money, the fucking weapons contract.
We just gave them an
26 billion or something like that. Ukraine, a bunch more money there, which is an interesting dichotomy. You know, because Ukraine is the Palestinians in the Ukrainian situation, but then we give money to the Israelis, who are the Russians in that situation, right? Of invading the indigenous populations of people, and we easily give to the opposite sides of that. And I can't get my fucking student loans forgiven or healthcare because they need to do this shit out there. Like, what the fuck is going on?
They won't even lift a finger for shit that has to do with us, but they'll take our money, which is our money, our taxpayer money, the money that
quadrillions
that they
of
trip
dollars every year paid in taxes that they use as revenue from all of us. Quadrillions of dollars. Most of it goes to our military and goes to other places, but they can't give us healthcare. They can't do all this other shit.
Education.
It's too lucrative to not give us health care.
No doubt.
It's too lucrative. Education is even turning in public education with all these charges and all this shit, turning into just a for-profit business.
And there are reports of in Ukraine that they're at to the point where they're literally snatching the military age dudes are all gone in the Ukraine. There are not a lot left. There's hardly any of the generation of 20, 30, 40-year-olds. They're now to the point where they're taking mid-40s to mid-50s and they're snatching dudes off the street to go die on the front line for a war that they can't win, that statistically we know they can't win. There's no... and it's just a proxy for us to play this goofy political game with Russia, but real dudes are dying, and I mean,
lots of money is being moved in there where not all of it's getting to these people who are 40 years old. Like they're just funneling money into countries like they did.
That's the fucked up shit about all these wars is really it's not.
It's us.
It's not Ukraine versus Russia. It's not Israel versus Iran.
You look at any conflict.
It's literally us.
If you look at any conflict after World War II. The United States is generally the reason it's happening. Every fucking time for 70 years now after World War II, you look at any conflict, the United States ends up having a hand in it, whether it's fucking Jakarta in fucking the Philippines back in the day in the 70s. Oh, yep, that was the United States. You go to fucking all kinds of places in Africa, that was the United States. You go to the Middle East, that was the United States.
Or a United States ally proxied by the United States.
All of these are those situations. But it finds out after a while, like Jakarta, where they're like, oh, the United States actually trained all those people, fucking were there,
America.
Fucking out there with eagles, just showing people how to fucking murder and cause genocides and be the genocide of fucking millions of people.
Who fucking knows best?
Bursting in air.
And so when you guys were talking about like breaking all the conventions and all that, like, well, I mean, we're the fucking treaty kings, right? I wanted to light it up real quick and just say something funny. Jen, she said that, not your Jen, the general. She said the world is one big fucked up rap battle. So my question is this. Just to be funny, right? Like, who would you trust to win the world rap battle better, Biden or Trump?
Trump. Oh, Trump. Trump all day. He got all the zingers, but
that motherfucker.
He doesn't have to say shit. He just has to like throw a curse word in, toss in a sleepy, and like he's
not against each other, but against the rest of the world.
Yeah, still Trump, because he wouldn't go at them with anything real that they could respond to. He would just go.
He would have the best jokes.
He's like the epitome of a rap battle politically. Yeah, he's like that's all he does is like this.
He's a punchline rapper, right? The punchline like battle.
Right?
They don't have like deep shit, but they got those hitters that make the crowds go, oh.
Fucking Biden and be like, you're not nice. Fucking guy.
Well, I had a friend named Corn Pop
with a little backup from Kamala. Fucking
fuck that. He's got
off of the tree. I don't know.
Kamala at best can do backup singing, bro.
Nah, no way. She has the worst voice. I'll say that that Trump though would absolutely win because he's the one who's not only
because he's a dick.
I mean, he's funny, but he's also the quick on his feet thinker. So if anybody could freestyle battle, he's the one. That's why nobody will debate him.
The worst freestyle battle ever. There's just like a 10-second pause before every like. He
doesn't have to be good. He doesn't have to be good at anything except for talking shit about the other person.
I swear,
he'll run.
It's like Trump grew up in my fucking all my cousins. Like the way we diss each other and shit. It's like, damn, that fool. He does got some good ones.
Oh man, he's funny. He's not
I'd be like, fuck that guy, but that was funny.
I know. If he wasn't running for president, he would just be really funny, offensive dude.
Oh man, that shit. Anyway, sorry.
Anyways, fuck Trump.
Yeah, it was cool when he was just a Mac Miller song.
Yeah,
when he was just a Mac Miller song.
Yeah.
Or
fucking no, not Mac Miller.
I mean,
was it Mac Miller?
He was.
There's been a few.
Donald Trump.
Oh yeah, he was on. He did a skit for Method Man and Redman on the Blackout, and it's like, I mean, man, what a weirdo.
Definitely.
Y'all ready to start wrapping this up? I think it's about an hour and a half, hour 45 maybe.
Been about time. But
start wrapping
we
this
can't
up.
wrap it up until we give this T-shirt away. We gotta give the T-shirt away.
Yeah, that's right. I appreciate y'all sticking around for anybody. Let's figure out how we're gonna give this T-shirt. So how about this? We're gonna do this one an easy way. Zome.
Beat me in a staring contest. No, not
Pick
Zome.
a number. Pick a number between 1 and 60.
69.
1 and
69.
All right. Bet y'all got the next minute. Well, we'll call it. What should we call it? Minute and a half, real quick. Call it 90 seconds to throw out your guesses. Whoever's closest to Zome's number here, write it down so we know you're not cheating. So that Cindy gets it. Yeah.
Cindy, you're still gonna get one.
He said, Cindy, you're still gonna get one. He's gonna get his. This is a 1 of 5. There's only 5 made. There's one from me, Eric, and Steven, and of course, the Zome Ranger.
The Zome Ranger.
Oh yeah.
I like that.
I thought you would. I was like, because I did it. I had the idea. Then when I was doing it, it was hard to pick a photo. And then when we were trying to do it, it was like it started to work out. Then as it was working out, as we're doing the shirts, I'm like, fuck, I hope this isn't like corny or he doesn't think it's stupid or, you know what I mean? And I'm like, oh man, there's all the doubt because we're already doing all the work for it. But I'm glad to hear that you also feel the same way about it because I thought it was hilarious.
Real quick, are we playing closest to the pin or are we playing fucking Jeopardy or Price is Right rules where it's under?
Ooh, that's a good question. I don't think Eric knows either of those references, so you choose.
I fuck with Bob Barker.
All right, Price is Right rules.
Without going over?
Closest
The
to the
only name
number.
I know.
I was just say closest to the number without going over. No.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's Price
All
is
right,
Right
closest to the number
Holy
without
shit.
going over. This fucking guy, holy shit.
I didn't fucking do that.
Oh
that- has
my
that been a
gosh!
minute and a half?
Did Cindy get it exactly? You picked your favorite number that you told her.
No,
Y'all
I've
go
never.
ahead.
I've
They had
never
a
told
conversation
her
that were
I've
like,
never,
hey,
I
if
fucking
we're
swear
ever
to
in this
God.
situation,
Look at
it's
this.
27.
Y'all go ahead and I know fucking A.
I've never
Playing
done
the
the
fucking dating game here. Sorry, y'all. We didn't know that we were playing the
chose-
dating game with Cindy and Josh.
No, that's not it. I've never told her this. I don't. She's
Yeah,
fucking
sure.
crazy or something. I don't know.
sure.
Hey,
She's crazy.
27 is isn't it the 27th letter?
There's only 26 letters in the
26?
alphabet.
So what? I used to use 27 for something because
Hey, shout out to General talking about Steve Atwater.
Oh,
She
man.
also got 27, but she got it later.
Oh, what about?
So I got it. We got to go with whoever got it first. Let's make sure nobody else got 27. All right, we got a 34, a 19, a 47, a 44, an 11, a
fuck.
23 from Mama. Mama would have been second. That's tight.
Wow.
Nepotism.
Shout out to my mom. No, straight up. I mean, I did my best to make it so that Cindy could win it fair and square, but fate has it that Cindy, Zome's wife, has won the T-shirt. So,
Read the comment. Read the comment.
oh man, Cindy said I'll give it to General. I don't know if that's allowed, but we'll talk about it at the very least.
I don't know if that's allowed.
I don't know if that's allowed. We will talk about it though. And in any case, I think that's gonna wrap us up. You got anything else, Steven?
No, not tonight. Zome, thank you for coming on, man. I'm
My
really
man.
so happy to,
thanks
I
for
was
having me.
excited to have you on.
Yeah.
And man, it's been a while. I know you listened to us a while. You
Hell
know
yeah.
both of us for some of us for a really long time, and it's really nice to have you on the podcast, man. Thanks for coming
Yeah,
through
thanks-
and
thanks for
playing
having
with
me.
us.
And for what it's worth, I mean, and General says she cannot accept. We're gonna work this out. But in any case, Zome, I mean, we've been wanting to have you on anyways. We were trying to wait until it like started going, and then as it started going, we always just like threw the episodes together, and so it never really worked out because, of course, like the leeway time of like planning an episode was not one of the things we started really doing until this year.
Yeah.
And so when we went to plan this one, after Spoke asked to be on the last one, I was like, well, I got to get my brother on ASAP. And so we didn't even ask Zome. I just told him. Hey, I called him. He was in San Diego, and I was like, "Hey, break from your vacation real quick. You're gonna be on the podcast on April 24th. So make sure you keep that day open, and we're running it." So of course, I mean, I wouldn't expect you to say no, or I'd be personally crying in my own self. But of course,
I would be
I mean,
too.
thank
I would
you
be too.
so much for being cool with me telling you you're gonna be on the podcast and just going cool.
Voluntelling you.
Yeah, volunteering you for the fucking podcast. Yeah, because I love you so much. My
Appreciate
one
you. Love you
my
too.
one and only older brother. I'll tell y'all that that half of my humor, I don't know if y'all noticed during this episode, but half of my humor comes from this dude right here. And we laugh at all the same jokes. It's very fucking funny to me. And so whether y'all had a good time or not, I don't give a fuck. I had a fantastic time with my brother. I love you so much.
Love you too,
and that's
man.
what I got. You got anything else for us before we get out of here?
Nah, thank you for having me. I was psyched to be on.
You releasing some music soon?
Yeah, probably.
I mean, I think that's all.
Yeah.
But you go ahead and talk about it.
I've been recording at Inkline's house.
Uh-huh.
That fool's the beast.
Shout out to Ink.
Yeah,
Shout out to Inkline.
800 gave me a whole bunch of beats. I got 3 done. I'll probably do like 3 or 4 more.
Uh-huh.
My goal is to just do all the music with people that I said I was going to do it with that I never got to.
Hell yeah.
And the first couple are tight. It's dope. I did one with Zach Status from Cadaver.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, shout out Bar
Freaking
Riff.
Inkline. Got Zay on one already.
Nurse Baddington.
That's it.
You'll probably
Shout out
do
to Diamond
one.
Boys.
Main Rock got a beat.
Shout out, stay tuned.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
It's gonna be fun.
Shout out to everybody showing some love in the chat for Zome in the
yeah,
show
peace to
today.
everybody.
Keep it
Thank you,
going.
everybody,
Show
for showing up.
Show Zome some love in the chat. And
Darren, everybody.
that's
Big
it.
D.
That's it.
All right,
Darren's
y'all.
in there.
Well, we appreciate you guys. Eric, you got anything to lead us out?
Yeah, one last question that we didn't ask for Pronto con Tonto.
Okay.
That was speaking of San Diego, it's New Mexico or California.
Ooh.
Man. So
Yoda over here. Must say I think about that now.
man, so like gotta love New Mexico for being that's where I'm from. But if I had to be somewhere on a regular basis, Cali all day. Anywhere in Southern California, I'd love it.
Hell yeah.
Cheers.
Cheers,
Cheers,
y'all.
y'all.
Shout out to Cali. Shout out to Nuevo Mexico. Not really new, not really Mexico. And this has been the Lone Ranger vs. Tonto up in this motherfucker. We out.
Yeah.